Have you ever felt a heaviness in your heart when you see someone else succeed, appear happy, or be admired by others? Maybe it happens when scrolling through social media, seeing a friend traveling somewhere you've always dreamed of, or hearing a coworker got promoted, bought a house, or got married. While you still feel like you're struggling with your own journey, you smile and congratulate them, but deep inside there's a quiet ache, a sense of inadequacy or sadness. That is envy, and it is deeply human. I once heard a friend sigh after seeing a post about someone's success. She said, "I know I should be happy for them, but honestly, I just feel small and lost. I've been trying so hard and still don't feel like I've made it." Maybe you've had similar thoughts. Sometimes envy comes like a fleeting breeze, soft and then gone. But other times it stays, quietly eating away at your inner peace and stealing joy from your life. Buddha once said, "Envy is like holding a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned first." This feeling not only hurts you, but also blinds you to the beauty already present in your life. And yet, so many people, even those who seem confident and successful, wrestle with this emotion in silence. Ask yourself, have you ever felt uncomfortable when someone else succeeded? Have you felt like you were falling behind, even though you've tried so hard? Have you ever asked yourself, why doesn't my life look like theirs? In today's social media age, envy has become more common than ever. We constantly see curated images of success and happiness from others, while their struggles and failures remain hidden. We end up comparing our real, messy, imperfect lives to someone else's highlights and start believing we're not enough. I once knew a woman named Lan. She worked hard, had a stable life, but whenever her friends shared their achievements or joyful moments, she would feel small and quietly tell herself, "I'm not good enough, not successful enough." Over time, she stopped enjoying the little things that used to bring her happiness: a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a good book, peaceful moments with family. Buddha taught us that each person walks their own path, shaped by their unique karma and timing. If we constantly compare and envy, we will remain trapped in suffering and miss the true treasures along our own journey. In this video, we'll explore why envy arises and why it can be so persistent, how we can recognize and transform envy into gratitude, compassion, and inner joy. Simple practices to let go of comparison and truly appreciate our own unique path. If you've ever felt envy, know that you are not alone. What matters more is that you can learn to transform this feeling into something beautiful: motivation, self-love, and peace. Let's begin the journey of letting go of comparison and rediscovering joy in your own heart. Envy is one of the most human emotions, but also one of the hardest to admit. Almost everyone has experienced it, even if only for a brief moment. But why does envy arise so easily and linger so deeply in our hearts? Since childhood, many of us have been raised in a culture of comparison: grades, achievements, appearance, possessions, love. Over time, we begin to believe that our worth is tied to being better or worse than others. Envy often appears when we see someone else having what we long for: success, love, beauty, peace, and it quietly reminds us of our own sense of lack. But beneath envy often lies fear: fear of not being good enough, fear of being left behind, fear that we are not worthy of love or success. Envy doesn't only point to what we desire, it often reflects old wounds and insecurities we haven't yet healed. Have you noticed how just hearing about someone else's achievements can sometimes make you feel disappointed, even if you haven't lost anything yourself? When we focus on others' fullness, we forget our own, and suddenly our lives feel small. Envy may seem like a fleeting feeling, but it can deeply harm our inner peace and happiness. It keeps us from appreciating our own path. We lose sight of what we've achieved and who we are. It creates distance in relationships. If we can't feel genuine joy for others, connection becomes difficult. It disconnects us from the present moment. We're so busy looking at someone else's life that we miss the joy in our own. It creates anxiety and dissatisfaction. That feeling of not enough becomes a constant burden. Buddha taught that every being has their own karma, path, and timing. Comparison only leads to suffering. Trying to live someone else's life will never bring peace. He reminded us that nothing lasts forever. Success, beauty, praise, wealth, they all change. True happiness is found in walking your own path with presence and awareness. To release envy, start by acknowledging it. Don't judge yourself or push it away. Ask gently, what part of me feels unseen? What is my heart really longing for? Mindfulness allows you to observe envy without becoming it. When the feeling arises, pause, breathe, and tell yourself, I feel envy, but I am not envy. I can understand this feeling without letting it control me. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to shift envy. When you focus on the goodness in your own life, your breath, your health, your effort, your relationships, you remember that your life is full too. A simple practice. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this will begin to rewire your mind away from lack and toward abundance. Remember, no one else has walked your exact path. Your starting point, your pain, your growth, these are all uniquely yours. If you keep looking at others, you will miss the quiet beauty of your own road. A flower doesn't compete with the flower next to it, it just blooms. There was a young man named Min who often compared himself to his friends. He felt behind, less accomplished, and ashamed. Every success he saw around him only deepened his insecurity. One day he read a quote: just tend to your own garden, and you'll see your flowers bloom. Min began focusing on his own small steps, learning new skills, celebrating tiny victories, practicing gratitude. Over time, his perspective changed. He stopped measuring his worth by someone else's timeline. He said, now I don't feel jealous when I see others doing well. I'm genuinely happy for them, and happy for where I am too. Here are a few practices to help you let go of comparison and nurture joy. Take 5 minutes each day to journal your gratitude. When you catch yourself comparing, pause and affirm, everyone has their own path. Celebrate your own small milestones. Surround yourself with people who share authentically, not just their wins, but also their struggles. Meditate with the intention to honor your own journey and release the urge to compare. You don't have to be anyone else. You only have to be the most peaceful, loving version of yourself. You are enough right now, exactly as you are. You cannot change the past, but you can choose how to walk forward with peace in your heart. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to win some invisible race. You just need to pause and return to yourself. Stop looking at other people's lives with longing or self-doubt. Stop listening to the whispers that say, you're not enough. Stop trying to measure your life by someone else's timeline. Because the truth is, you were never meant to walk their path. You were meant to walk yours with grace, patience, and presence. Envy is the pain of an unhealed heart. Letting go of envy is a gift you give to yourself, the gift of freedom. Now take a moment to pause. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. You are here. Imagine yourself walking along your own path, a quiet trail bathed in soft sunlight. Far in the distance, you see others walking their own paths. Some are moving fast, some slow. Some stop to rest, some take different turns. You look down at your own path, where your footprints have been, where small flowers bloom, where the wind sings softly in the trees, and you smile because this path is yours. It may not be flashy or perfect, but it holds your memories, your growth, your lessons, and your beauty. It is your story. Say quietly to yourself, I am not behind. I am not late. I am not lost. I'm exactly where I need to be. If you've ever felt less than, um, if you've ever compared your journey to someone else's and felt pain, know this: you are not alone, and you are enough. Write a letter to yourself if you need to. Say, thank you for not giving up. Thank you for trying again. Even when I've felt jealous or sad, I am learning to love myself. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be true. And I choose peace. Start building small moments of joy every day. Sip tea in silence. Write 3 things you're grateful for. Celebrate even the smallest effort. Wish others well and mean it. When envy comes, ask, what part of me needs love right now? You don't need more likes, more praise, or more comparison. You just need more presence, more compassion, more you. You are a flower meant to bloom in your own season, and that season is already beginning here in this breath. My final message for you: there is no rush, there is no race, there is only your path and your peace. Let go of envy. Let go of comparison. Walk forward slowly, gently, lovingly. You are already enough, and your journey is more beautiful than you know.